Okay, so it's in the beginning of May, and usually once a month I share with you guys what I do with our prepper pantry or our food pantry. I'm going to share all of that today, but I wanted to go over what I have in here. You guys know, if you guys are following my channel, it's kind of a repeat of some of the stuff that we do, and then our other one that we have. And I know some of you guys are learning how to store food or prep. We started a couple years ago, but we still are not where we would want to be when it came to storing food. But this is the one area that we have that we can store like more prepper stuff. We also have an area out in the garage, which I'm going to share with you, where it's just all canned goods. One of the things that I would like to change maybe eventually is if we had another area to store more of our sauces, and then, our sauces and our little pantry area. I wouldn't want that to be in this area. Maybe if Lauren opens up another area or puts some more shelves in, I can move all our sauces into that area. And then this could be used for more, more food stuff than just sauces, because this is kind of a waste of space. We have very narrow shelves in here, so we don't have like deep shelving, so we can't store a lot. It's just what we have, but we do the buckets and stuff, and I'll share that with you. Out in the garage is where we have the wider or the deeper shelving system for cans. I have other shelves out there in the garage area for the stuff that I can, and then just storing seasonings and different things out there. So I maybe can kind of take this out of here and put it in that area, and then this is cleared up for things that we really want to have in here. So this is just what we have right now. It's insulated. We don't get any bugs. We don't have any problems. I know that was some of the questions that we get. We haven't had any problems when it came to any of that. But let me turn you guys around and I'll share a lot of that with you guys today. We have everything stocked for the month of May, so we are good. I usually share this once a month. A lot of you guys like my pantry. You guys enjoy what we are doing and storing food. A lot of people are getting started since COVID. And you guys know that food can be kind of scary right now with prices and everything. So what we do to get our pantry going, every time we go grocery shopping, we pick up about 1 or 2 extra cans. Some of my other past grocery hauls, I would share that I would grab an extra 10 cans of certain things that we needed to restock back up. So I know a couple months back we were out of SpaghettiOs that the kids just eat on a regular basis. But if you're going to do long-term stuff, you want a lot of canned goods. A lot of people will do canning, just regular canning, and store their food that way. Want to get things that are long-term shelf wise. So we have a lot of our canned meats. We have a lot of protein on our shelves. We also have the 48-hour meal supplies in buckets up there. I always share them with you guys. And in our buckets down here, we have the adventure meals. We also have a bunch of the adventure meals. We have a bunch of these buckets full of them. I'll put links down below for them if you guys are interested in getting a couple of them. We usually get them from Walmart, so sometimes they go on clearance, but look at the expiration date on them. All right, so in our pantry, this is going to be a repeat of last month, just because we kind of store the same stuff in our pantry. But if you are new to my channel, I want to be able to share with you guys what you can do to build your pantry and to get started. We started out with a basic shelving system out in our garage, and I will show you that in a minute. But we only started out with like a very small amount. So don't feel like you have to get like this big shelving system to store food. You just need some food grade buckets. We also store a lot of stuff in them also. You have to learn what you can store in buckets for long term. That also is a good idea to study up on. But for our pantries, we always have meat. So we always have protein, because protein is one of the things that you want to have if you guys are going to go without food. So we have our beef, we have our roast beef, we have our pulled pork, we have our corned beef hash, we have tuna, we have chicken, which I need to get more of that. We have some beef stew. We have our baked beans. You could also use beans as your protein. We also store dry beans up in mason jars. We have a mason jar sealer. I will list that down below. A lot of people are ordering that off of my link just because it's a perfect thing to have. I'll put a little picture down below and you guys can see what it looks like. And it's just like this little portable thing, and it can be wide mouth or the small mouth, and it'll take all the air out of your mason jars, and then you can store your food. So we also use oxygen absorbers in our mason jars when we store our dry goods. The only thing that you don't want to use them with is sugar. It'll make your sugar hard. So we do have our sugar and our flour in our buckets. We do have milk. We just started storing this kind of milk because I got it at the Dollar Tree. And we have powdered milk in some of these buckets. Another thing that we started doing this last year is our pharmacy. We used to store this in our house. We had a cabinet in our house, and it just got to the point that it was just crazy. So we like to have as much stuff as we can on our shelves so that we know that we can never run out of. One of the things that we had a problem with during COVID was everybody was buying Tylenol and ibuprofen, and we couldn't get it. We have a lot of kids here. They need Tylenol. They need medications. We want to be able to have it on our shelf. All right, and I also do Ruby's Pantry, so I will list that down below. You guys can go back and check out some of our older pantry, or the Ruby's Pantry ones. We did get all of these alcohols off of that pantry. So I spent $25 on a share, and I got a bunch of food and all of them alcohols, which is great. I did get this from Walmart. We do store toothpaste and stuff out here, our vitamins. I think somebody was telling me something about vitamins in one of my other videos. Now I don't remember what he said, but he had a really good idea. I'm going to have to go look back, but he had a really good idea when it comes to that. We also carry witch hazel. We have Band-Aids. We also have these containers down here that store batteries. What else do we have in here? We have first aid.
So there's a battery one, and then I'm pretty sure the rest are first aid kits.
Yeah, so we have that there. We also have that down in there. This is all our sealing, sealer stuff. I have a big sealer in there. We have all our lids and rings for canning. Let's see what else. We always have lard. Lard can be used for a lot of things. We have our vinegar, we have our dish soap, laundry soap, we have all our ear gear, and then we have propane, little propane burner, matches, candles. We always have emergency stuff. Lauren has stuff other places too. We make our own laundry soap. I share that a lot in my videos, but I make my laundry soap with borax, washing soda, and goat's milk soap from a local farm that we have around here. We do carry some of our random stuff in here too. It's not fully just for prepping, but we have our peanut butter, our jelly. I keep telling you guys I'm going to clean this up, and I haven't cleaned it up yet, so it's kind of funny. We keep our Nutella out here. So this area is kind of I don't know, just so we can store a lot out in this one. We don't have a lot of room inside our house area because we live in a garage, and we store our food out in the garage part, but we live in a garage. I'll take you guys out front and I'll show you what it looks like. And then we store all our ketchup, mayo, Miracle Whip, all our dressings and everything in here also. So that is a little sneak peek. We also do ramens. I'm going to be taking the kids out shortly. We're going to be working on something quick here, but this is everything that we have out in this pantry. For what we originally started here, I got to move things around here. We have all our mason jars. I do still need to talk to Lauren about this. I mentioned that in my last video where I want to close this off so that my mason jars don't get dirty. We do not have a lot of storage at all when it comes to any of storing anything. So this is just where we need to put it. But we have all our dry goods here. We have our canning stuff there. I just started canning like a year or two ago, so I'm learning. We have all our dry canning up there, beans, noodles, oatmeal, we have all up there. And then on this shelf, this is the shelf that we first started with, just even storing food. We weren't even into prepping yet. We had none of that in our thoughts when it came to that. We just needed an area to store food. When COVID hit is actually when we really started thinking about storing food. So we store our a lot of different, well, we have soup because I was using it for some of the freezer meals. A lot of people will comment on storing canned goods. So some people like to store canned goods. Some people do not like to store canned goods. If the shelf life is long enough for you to keep for a period of time, store it. It doesn't matter as long as you have food on hand. We are a family of 10. And I also have kids that are out of the house that if something were to happen, we want to make sure that we have food on hand for all of our family. So we have all of our canned goods. We usually use this for our daily use. This is not necessarily our long-term food storage stuff, but cans are really good when it comes to that. So we have our potatoes, our corn, our green beans, peas, fruit, soups, some of our sauces and different things is what we store over here. Baking soda, vinegar also over here. Our sugar, our flour, we also have over there. But that's basically what we started with, was all of the canned good stuff. And then we just kind of branched off from there. We started doing dehydrating. We do not have a huge dehydrator or a freeze dryer yet. That would be later. This is just where I'm going to be storing all of the canned goods when I can it. So we have jellies, jams. I have some ham that I did, salsa, spaghetti sauce, ketchup. All of that is in here. Cornmeal, brown sugar, powdered sugar. So pancake mix is another one that you can put in mason jars and seal them. All our seasonings and stuff we leave out here. I try to put them in glass jars because I store them out here. Some of the ones that are on the shelf right now are from the ones that I changed out when I changed my seasoning rack in the house. So this is just kind of like a sneak peek on what we have for food storage. I know some people have different ways of storing their food. But for us living in a garage, this is the only area that we have to be able to do this. And I know I had a lot of people that would comment on my channel and they would be like, I don't have anywhere to go with any of it, so if I want to store food, I don't have anywhere. So I always suggest if you can hide it underneath your bed or if you have an area in your closet, just put it in them areas. Even if it's an extra couple, cans of something, you can use underneath your bed. You can get containers that are like small enough to put underneath your bed. You can do that, and that's another way to store food. You do not need to can up food to store food. You can do the canned goods, and that's good enough. A lot of people want to start out big, and that doesn't always work because you're going to put all this money into something that's not going to end up being what you want it to be. So start out small. Sometimes Walmart is a better price than like the Dollar Tree. So look around and see where you can get your deals from. There's a lot of pantries that are available for people with low income. There's also I go to Ruby's Pantry, and that's not for low income people. That's only in Wisconsin, I think Michigan and Illinois, around them areas. But a lot of churches will have pantries, food drives, stuff like that. Salvation Army, if you want to go to them. I know people that will do that. And then you can get your canned goods and stuff from them places and just store them. And that's all you need to do. All right. So that's pretty much a little bit of what we've been doing lately in the last couple of years of storing food. So that was in, like I said, COVID time. And we just grew and we just kept buying as we go. Lauren's a little bit better with it than I am. But now that I'm doing more of the grocery stuff, I try to really make sure that I have everything that we need. So this is what it looks like on the outside of our garage. We are going to be doing a lot of work and stuff up here. So this is why it looks like that. But I just want to give you guys a sneak peek at what it looks like on the outside. This is what it looks like on the other side. So we have our camper and stuff right here that we were trying to finish a couple years ago. And that never happened right now just because things are crazy. We're trying to do a lot of the animal stuff first. But this is what this side looks like. And then we have the back side where the kids have like the swing set and stuff like that. We do have a camper bus back here. And then we also have our swimming pool back here. So all of that is going to get taken care of soon because the kids want to get that going and go swimming. So this is the back area of what the garage looks like. I will in a minute. This is the back side. So part of this is our house and the other part is the garage part, if that makes sense. But that is, I'll go like at an angle maybe. So that's what it looks like. So that is everything that I wanted to share with you guys today. Let me know in the comments, tell me when you guys start prepping or storing food. Yeah, this was just something that we started a couple years ago. Lauren wanted to get started and then we kind of just built off of it. Like I said, if we could go a little bit bigger, we would. We just don't have the space for it right now. And I know a lot of people question that. And you got to start out somewhere and you just build off of what you already have. And then if you have like little cabinets or something in your house, you can just start doing storage and that kind of thing. So that's all you really need to do is just gathering a couple things to have a little bit of extra. Also like paper towel and toilet paper and that kind of stuff, water. Them are all good things that you should have on hand when it comes to storing your food. So, but that is it for today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to give me a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.